really? Interesting.
Brady Clapp for LA Times. Nneka, can you talk a little bit about, obviously, 34 games, not an incredibly long amount of time to put in a new offensive system. Towards the end of the season, looks like you were all starting to click a little bit. How much do you feel like there's room to grow next year as you get to have more than just the 34 games that you had this year with the new system?
Well, there's a lot of room to grow. To be honest, though, like, you know, I'm still kind of thinking about this season. So as far as how this season went, I'm just really proud of my team. You know, we had a lot of new things thrown at us. We had a hard July, but I'm proud of my team. I'm happy to be with this organization, obviously, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things pan out. Obviously, it didn't end it how we wanted to, but I'm happy with my team.
Kahari Jones, News for You Online. How can you all like build for this and prepare for next year? And what are some of the positives you guys can take from this?
I don't know. What do you think, T?
I think we can learn a lot from this season. Like Nneka said, we had a lot of ups and downs. So when we have a full team together, we figured out it's like a new system for everybody. Got new players. We got a strong core, but we got new players filling in, a new coach. So we're all learning a new system. And we got 1 year under our belt, so next year will be a lot better for us.
Sabrina Merchant, The Athletic. T, can you talk a little bit about the challenge of trying to contain Jazz and Courtney Williams? It seemed like when you sort of had a handle on one of them, then the other one would go off, and vice versa.
They're both great players. I think for us, it's just being able to play team defense. It's not really a one-on-one thing. And when you got two great guards out there, we got to learn how to just contain both as a team, not just one-on-one.
Pappy here, HB Media. Question for both of you. Watching the series, I felt like you guys had moments in which you played the game that you all wanted to play, but you couldn't keep that consistency for a full 40 minutes. What was it about them that I guess got you out of your game that you guys normally want to play?
I mean, I think ultimately, for 40 minutes, we want to be able to maintain an aggression that we weren't able to. I think that we didn't manage runs properly, and against a team like that, they're going to take advantage of runs. They have a lot of people in their arsenal. I mean, each game, you know, first game, Alyssa Thomas went off. Second game, John Cole Jones went off. This game, Jasmine Thomas went off. And I would say Courtney Williams was kind of consistent in all three games. So we have to be able to understand that that can happen and manage runs in ways that, you know, that doesn't contribute to us losing our composure.
Rico Cabrera, East LA Sports Scene. Hi, Nneka. Hi, TRP. Just wanted to get your game day mindset, and even day before that, or even before that, because you knew that this game would be played here at the Pyramid. Any feedback from yourselves on how you knew this was the biggest game of the season, but not on the home court, true home court?
Yeah. I have experience playing here. We've had some really great games here. But for me personally, I just did whatever I could to be ready to play today. I was running a fever last night, so there was a lot going on. But yeah, I always love playing in Long Beach. As you can see, the ambiance it's awesome. I mean, it's your first time playing here, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what you think about it.
I think the environment was cool. Completely different from Staples, but the fans always show out. It doesn't matter where we're playing at. A different atmosphere sometimes can throw you off your game, but I think we all kind of prepared the same way as if we were playing at Staples. I think every team in this league probably faces this challenge of not playing on their home court in the postseason. It happened to us back in D.C. when I played there. We played in 3 different places, so I really don't think it matters what gym or arena you're in. The court's the same size, the hoops are the same height, so you kind of prepare the same way.
Nneka, Nikki K with Spectrum. You mentioned that pride you felt. Do you think that's something you've grown into with maturation, or is it speaking particularly to this team and the adversity you guys overcame this season?
For me personally, or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that I've evolved as a player. I came in with, in the front court I had Felicia Milton-Jones, Candace Parker, Ebony Hoffman, and I had them to look up to. And so I kind of was more of a sponge. I was trying to be more absorbent. And as years have gone by, I think I've realized that I kind of have the personality and I have the stature of someone that can ignite, I guess, certain things. And my personal, I guess, ethos is to instill greatness in other people. And so I always try to bring my best self anywhere I am. It doesn't always happen, but I try my best to make sure that I'm the best that I can be for my teammates. And I think with that comes a certain pride. I don't ever feel as though there's fear in expectation. I turn it into a standard. And so I hope that I can do my best to continue to, I guess, infuse greatness in this organization and my teammates.
John W. Davis with W Insider. This question is for both of you, and I ask this not as an excuse, but just for clarity. Can you kind of talk about the fatigue and just the toll on the body that you get from playing 34-plus games and then playing overseas, just playing year-round, but just the toll that it takes to play a WNBA season?
Go ahead, D.
Because I always saw you ice it.
I think every player ices, whether you play overseas or not. It's just a grind of the season and bumps and bruises. But playing overseas, for me, I usually take time off before I go over, just so I can have that month or two to just kind of reset my mind and my body. But it's still a grind going over and then coming right into WNBA season after. But I think we're used to it. We've been doing it all our lives from when we was younger, playing all year round basketball, AAU. Then college, you're in season, but then off season is just as strenuous as being in season. And then you're going straight from college basketball right into WNBA. So we've been doing it all our careers. So I think even though it's a grind and it's wear and tear, I think our bodies and our minds are kind of used to it. So you just learn what you need to do to be ready and to prepare your body and your mind.
Nneka, any thoughts?
Yeah, it's just like T said, it's just kind of what it is, you do have to take health into consideration and fatigue into consideration. And Sydney, she has to report to Spain in 5 days, and it's the reality of it. But it's nothing to really condemn, but I do think that we're in a very delicate space right now to be able to do what we can to kind of turn the dial on that. And so I just wish everybody health and safety, really, and to continue to create the most viable professional women's league in the world. Thank you, everybody.